Hello there, we're going to playtest academic games, and the first game that we're going to start with is called SubSyst Simulator. It's by the Royal Danish Academy, and the game is developed by Lozano, Noah. I hope that I'm pronouncing his name correctly. So we're going to play this, and I'm going to say what I think about this game. And the objective of this game is to transform players by increasing their knowledge about food production and consumption for more sustainable societies. I found this game through a paper that they had published, and they also have some sketches here. But let's go to the game, run the game. So there are different modes: sustainable, meat, agriculture, economy, and clean. I have tried them, I think the economy, clean, and sustainable before. Now I like to play clean again. So the objective is to keep the ocean clean. The more focus on waste processing plant, but you have to cover food demand as a minimum, and you must choose to produce only one food type in an industrial scale. Meat generates plenty food and high pollution. Vegetable generates medium pollution. Insects reduce some pollution while generating food. Algae highly reduces pollution while generating food. I have played this before to just like test it, but I will say something later about this. You could choose to invest more in sustainable infrastructure by unlocking and producing biogas, or you may deem that the food production or waste processing plants are already sustainable and you may just keep producing energy through oil, petroleum. And then waste processing, try to process waste through the composting method or upcycling method. So I think like this objective for waste changes in different games. Since I'm interested in circular economy, I will go with this one, and I will start. So let's see. This is the food factory, the energy production unit, and the recycling. So let's upgrade composting. I have to have enough money, so it needs 580, which we don't have. The water is changing color because it means sometimes it like the bluer the cleaner, and the less blue the less clean. So probably we can try to upgrade it to biogas. Oh, it needs a lot of money. So to generate money we need to make people happy, which means that we have to give them food. And I like to, so what I wanted to say in that first part was that when you try to upgrade it here, for example, for the food, you have 95 and 35. If you look here, you have 95 and 35 units of money, but for algae, you have the same amount. So let's do that. Okay, industrial algae pond. Food crisis protest. Yes, I know. So what I like is that there are like some scenarios for each type of food. For example, when you choose the insects, then you might get some other type of errors. Not errors, but let's say scenarios. Pollution level is rising, which means that we have to quickly go and try to. Oh, okay, we don't have food. Let's try to create some food, make people happy. I think I'm going to also put some meat because it has a higher nutrition, I guess. But I also need to invest and produce a little bit more. Yeah, so when things are going okay, the population increases, and of course like the consumption increases. But let's collect some waste. So you can see what I really like is that waste collection probably you cannot see it here, but yeah, waste collection here you can see it's like +2, which means that the more you collect waste, the more happy people are. But of course it's going to cost money, and it's going to cost also energy, which we don't have, which means that we need to go and quickly produce some. So I think overall you need to take everything to a level where things are going to go sustainably without you constantly trying to manually click on things. And for this, maybe I try to add some insects, and maybe I try to upgrade it. So I like this cricket breeding. I like this 600. Okay, I have money. So the good thing is that when you go to the, let's say, upper level, you get like usually in every category, the third, let's say, category is the one that increases the production and productivity of that unit, and it's good for sustainability, but it's also like a couple of times more expensive. So let's see what's the issue here. Yes, as I said, when you choose to breed insects, then insect farms will have some problems. So beat written. Oh yeah. So that's what I like. So you can see like for each scenario there is already a challenge. Here we're going to increase the number of garbage trucks, recycling unit for automatic recycling, recycling difficulties. As plastics are recycling, it becomes more difficult to process them. Yeah, as plastics are recycled, it becomes difficult to process them. Okay, now we have an issue with plastic. Let's try to make our energy cleaner and see if we can upgrade to biogas. Yes, so let's create some industrial biogas, and let's see if we can do something about upcycling. Upcycling unit, collect waste. Okay, you can see that the ocean is getting clean and clean. What I like about it is that you can, like, there are different ways that you can understand how the situation is. For example, one is the color of ocean, one is the noise that you hear about people protesting, the other one is this kind of alarms, which makes it more realistic. But what's maybe on a personal level I don't find it easy is the rapid pace. I feel like I'm constantly under the pressure to play this game, and even though it's nice to kind of play it, I'm not sure what I should learn from this game. These were quite nice, of course. These are one of the things that we should have learned from the game, but otherwise I'm just like clicking. I feel like, at some point you just click, and now my food production is skyrocketing, which is very good. So maybe we can try to upgrade our waste. We have money. I think by the time that you have a lot of compost units, you become much more sustainable. And also here, if you try to go away and if you try to upgrade the insects, organic waste decomposition, yeah, it's good. Insect crop, yes. So the ocean is dirty again. So what I'm trying to say is that I think it's a nice game, but I would say there is no sort of winning in it, if it makes sense. At least like so far, I don't see a scenario where I say, oh, I won the game, or I reached to this level. I like the design. I also like that there are different options for sustainability, circularity, food, and so on. Um, Overall, I would like to say that they did a great job. I also like that the population is kind of tied to things, so it's not necessarily about the supply chain, but also like people. Um, okay, the minute that we added the fertilizer, we saw an error. So the use of artificial fertilizers for industrial productions may be affecting the yields of the crops. Well, that is true. I understand the game logic that every time you make a decision, you learn about like the challenges that might happen if you use that decision. Uh, but I think mm, the first time, oh, sorry, the first time that I played, it was quite difficult for me to generally understand the flow of the game. And right now I'm quite confused because okay, I try to keep the ocean clean while trying to also feed people. And for the first time ever, I have a lot of money, which was not the case in the previous games. Uh, yeah. So I stop here. I say to credits. Oh, that's nice. So you can see who created what. I really like that they have all the information publicly available. Okay, let's restart. Yes. So good points. I think the visuals were nice. The music, I loved it. I like that the ocean gets clean and dirty, and you can see that the decisions that you're making on food or on like energy and on recycling is affecting the ocean and not necessarily the carbon, which is taught a lot and talked a lot. I like that you were given different opportunities, considering that the game was designed for people who let's uh, let's do this again. So considering that the game was kind of a knowledge transfer for farmers, I understand why they have like meat and agriculture as a separate category. So I think it was a smart game design decision. And I like that they have sustainability separate from cleaning. I really agree that sometimes we make some decisions that are sustainable, but you know, um, the let's say parameters and outcomes are different, as you can see here. It was very nice. Thanks. The game